Welcome to Chapter 13, Part 2. Last class, we talked about promotion strategies. During this section, or this class period, we'll talk about pricing strategies. During this lecture, we will focus on learning objective number 6, discuss pricing objectives and strategies. First topic we're going to discuss is pricing objectives. Price is what the consumer is willing to exchange for your good or service. Companies with a unique product, an innovative promotional campaign, or a world-class distribution strategy can demand a higher price for their products or service and are considered price setters. Apple would be an example of this type of company. Companies with no product differentiation or competitive advantage will not be able to command a higher price for their product or service and are called price takers. Market-based pricing. If you recall from Chapter 3, you can look on page 37 of your textbook. The equilibrium price is the prevailing market price at which you can buy an item. Remember, this is an imaginary point. Businesses will either set their prices higher or lower depending on their business goals. Some companies, such as grocery stores, sell items below the equilibrium price in order to get you into the store. Some even sell them at a loss and are considered loss leaders to again get you into the store to not only buy that product but also other products. Another pricing approach is volume objective, where companies base their price depending on what percentage of the market share they want to obtain. For example, Family Dollar stores use this approach when they're setting their prices. Set up a practice exam or review exam for you to take before you take exam number 4. You will need a password in order to take the exam. This is the first letter you will need in order to take the practice exam. It is a capital letter A. Another pricing strategy is prestige pricing. This approach to pricing a product or service is designed to develop and maintain an image of quality and exclusiveness. For example, is a Rolex watch worth $10,000? Is it worth $20,000? Or even $50,000. Some people think so and are willing to pay that for a Rolex watch. The strategy a company uses to set its prices should grow out of the firm's overall marketing strategy. Everyday low pricing is a strategy designed to consistently offer low prices rather than relying on sales, coupons, rebates, etc. Walmart is a prime example of this type of pricing strategy. Skimming pricing comes from the expression skimming the cream and is a short-term pricing strategy used to earn higher profits on products new to the market. For example, the iPhone 6 was initially expensive, but as the availability increases and more competitors are able to offer the phone, the price will eventually come down. Penetration pricing, another short-term pricing strategy, is designed to allow businesses to enter into a competitive market. Businesses offer a product or service at a lower price to get your attention, but eventually will increase the price back to the equilibrium or market price. Cost-based pricing is very common in retail. Click on the link Markup to see an article on pricing from entrepreneur.com. Organizations calculate their total cost per unit and then add a markup in order to cover overhead cost and to generate a profit. This is the second letter to the exam review password. You will need this in order to take the practice exam for exam number 4. The letter is capital L. Break-even analysis. Businesses often conduct a break-even analysis to determine the minimum sales volume a product must generate at a certain price level to cover all cost. Sales beyond the break-even point will generate profits. Sales volume below the break-even point will result in losses. There's 2 examples listed in the book. break-even point, and break-even point in dollars. The first one is in units, the second one is in dollars. I'm going to use an example from the book. If you have a fixed cost of $42,000 and you actually earn $6 on each unit you sell, how many units would you need to sell in order to break even? In this scenario, it would be $42,000 divided by $6, which means that you would need to sell 7,000 units in order to break even. Anything sold above 7,000 units would earn you a profit. Also, looking at the break-even point in dollars. Looking at the break-even points in dollars with a fixed cost of $42,000, if you had a profit margin of 30%, that means for every dollar you sold, 30 cents of that dollar is actual profit. You would need to take the $42,000 divided by 0.3, which would mean that you would need to sell $140,000 worth of products to break even. This slide is simply a visible representation of the last two examples I talked about and can be found on page 207 of your textbook, along with another explanation in case you didn't understand it. This is the third letter for the password for the exam review for exam 4. The letter is capital L. Don't forget, next week there will be no lecture on Monday or Tuesday. Again, I teach a Monday, Wednesday lecture class and a Tuesday, Thursday lecture class. So no lecture on Monday or Tuesday. This is the day assigned for exam number 4. You still have recitation next week, so make sure you attend your recitation sections. There will be lecture on Wednesday and Thursday. We will be covering chapter 14. Also, don't forget, exam 4 is online. It will open up Monday at 1 a.m. and it will close Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Do not wait until the last minute to take the exam. I had some students do this last time, and I will not extend the due date. I will not allow you to make it up. Late work is not accepted for this. You have 4 days. You have time during lecture on Monday and Tuesday to take the exam. So again, do not wait till the last minute to take the exam. That's all I've got.